Hey, and welcome to this episode of Fashion and Beauty with Rabiah. This week it's all about a clean canvas. We'll be chatting with Dr. Andrew Ford, and he's going to give us 5 tips on achieving that clean skin. Next, we're going to get some help from our friend Kenyan designer Betty Ochieng in creating a contemporary African lookbook. Let's get started.
Now we are outside the office of Dr. Ford. Come, let's go.
Tip number 1 is to avoid excessive sun exposure and to protect your skin from the sun. Tip number 2 is to stop smoking. Tip number 3 is to be gentle with your face. Never be excessive with your drying or cleansing of the face. Tip number 4 is to have a healthy diet. And tip number 5 is to live a healthy lifestyle that includes enough rest and exercise, and also doing things that make you really happy.
Now, we wanted to find out your definition of beauty. Take a look at some of the answers.
Beauty comes from within. It is not just the looks. It's not a pretty face, neither is it the way your body looks. Beauty to me is kindness. It is the love and humility.
Something that is physically appealing to a person's eye, or in the sense that you could say it's a quality that is aesthetically appealing, and in the sense that it could be an outward appearance, or it could be a person's inner qualities that is reflected on the outside.
I think that a person is truly beautiful when they're comfortable in their own skin, when they accept themselves, their flaws, their achievements, everything about themselves, and it doesn't matter anymore what anybody else thinks. That's when I think you're truly beautiful.
Africa has such a rich, distinct culture. One of its highlights being, of course, its fashion. And right now we're outside the store of Kenyan designer Betty Ochieng, and she's going to create a contemporary lookbook for us. Come, let's have some fun.
Each African country has got diverse fashions, but then of course at the end of the day we get them together and we have a common fabric and a common way of doing making the fabrics and designing the fabrics. But then also we have national fashion, traditional fashion for each and every country. Yes, so we have different fabrics that can make all sorts of things. We have like the Ankaras, which is Ankara is the West African name for the fabric, but then we have the East African name for it is Kitenge, but it is all the same fabric. Then we have it in South Africa, we have it in Congo, so all of it is the same fabric but different names. They have a particular machines that they do it. They have some of them are woven, some of them are stenciled, some of them like the embroidery material, those are embroidered. They can be embroidered, not with the machine but with the hands, and we also have machines also to embroider them.
Now we're going to create our contemporary African lookbook. Thanks for joining us this week. Be sure to join us next week as we're going to be debating some common beauty myths to find out just how true they really are. For more on fashion, just look out for our fashion magazine every Wednesday. Just log on to www.barbadostoday.bb. Until next time, put your best face forward.